There's the queen, the little yellow dot on her back. This is the one I didn't open up last week. Oops. This is the one I didn't open up last week. But well, I opened it up, but I didn't film it being opened. So yeah, so if I've got any of my little days wrong, like the point I'm making is that you have to manage your bees. I think I said the males were infertile. They can't be, can they? Obviously, the drones. But so they are obviously fertile because they need to mate with the new queens. See the bees talking? They're all like sharing substances. With the bees, they produce wax. Obviously, they collect nectar, which you can see shining here. All the different pollens. The pollens sometimes are like a rainbow. Different parts of the year. This is all kind of orangey yellow. So but everything that the bees produce is like a superfood. So the pollen, flower pollen, or tree pollen is a superfood. This brown sticky stuff. The brown sticky stuff here. I don't know. I can't point at the same time. But the stuff that's all around the edge. All this brown stuff here. It's not gunk, this is propolis. This is absolutely beautiful stuff. It's full of antiseptic properties, very, very good for you. See, it's all kind of red. They use it for cleaning for themselves. So you hear all these kind of things like, you know, honey was discovered in the pyramids, it's thousands of years old and it's still edible. And all, you know, it's the enzymes in the honey which keep it in an edible state, why it never ever goes off, why it's so good for you. So a lot of that's propolis. The makeup of the actual one of the other little produce. So obviously honey, royal jelly. So they are fascinating. They are a lot of people I've spoken to have got into beekeeping. They're not necessarily into honey. They don't know. Oh yeah, great, you know, honey. They're not necessarily into honey. They're more into, let's say, like, I think it's kind of when you first start walking around and you're looking at the bees and the insects and the butterflies and all that when you're out on your long walks in the countryside, and then I think that's how you kind of get into. You see all these bees flying around, bumblebees as well, and you know, you see all these things flying around, especially in the spring and summer, and you think, oh, that's really fascinating. So that's how I think a lot of people kind of get into beekeeping. But a lot of the beekeepers I've spoken to, you know, they're more interested in the bees and trying to understand the bees. I think making these little videos is good for me because I've got a little bit lazy in the fact that I'm forgetting all my little bits of data that I should know, which being really obvious today. I should know exactly when the bees start laying down, that the brood starts laying down. I should know when. I know it's 8 to 9 days. I know when the drones hatch, but I should know exactly. My time is this whole basis of looking after bees. You know, you can't just kind of wing it. You come here. I'll come here next week, and if I don't look after these bees properly, they're obviously I'll end up with you know, there's the queen just coming through there. I'll end up with my beans leaving, unproductive. You know, as a human, you know, the thing that I want is a bit of their honey. You have to always make sure there's enough honey for the bees, but you know, I'd like to have some of their honey. The Cornish bees have got lots of honey already, which they've kind of a little bit they've brought up with them from Cornwall, which I brought up in the car. But I'll obviously take that off, but I'll leave enough for them so they can draw out more frames. So it is fascinating. But I think if I make these videos, it'll make me a little bit more informative if anyone's watching this, because that way I'll get my exact dates and facts, you know, correct, which makes it more interesting and stuff. Just gently blow. Oh, that was bloody clever, wasn't it? Just got my queen. Luckily I got through into the hive. I better just shut this down.